Congressman, you talk about DACA, and I want to speak specifically about Jamie Avalos. He's a Houston father, as you well know, a DACA recipient as well. Been stuck in Mexico for quite some time now, since August, I believe, after he went there for a scheduled interview as part of his process to obtain his permanent residency here in the United States. You actually traveled to Mexico to visit with him recently. Tell us about what's going on there, why he is not able to come back to the United States.
Thank you very much for asking. Mr. Avalos is a special case. He is married to an American-born woman. They have an American-born child, Noah, and Noah will be celebrating his first birthday in December, around December the 9th. Mr. Avalos went to Mexico so that he could seek his visa and gain permanent resident status. He had a DACA status in this country. He didn't go there under the cover of darkness. He went there fully intending to follow the laws. And upon getting there, it was found that he had been brought to Mexico by his mother some 2 decades more ago. And she brought him to Mexico to register his birth. Well, when she did that, she put him in the position of being banned, if you will, from coming back into the country for a period of 10 years for something that occurred when he was 7 years of age, more than 2 decades ago. He hasn't been to any other country. He is a good law-abiding citizen. For all practical purposes, he's a citizen, and he merits some consideration. I've spoken to Secretary Mayorkas about this, who is a good and decent man. I compliment him for what he is doing, by the way, to try to help us with all of the issues at the border. I've spoken to him. I am writing another letter to him asking him to accord Mr. Avalos humanitarian parole, which means let him come in the country and stay until this 10-year period is up, and then allow him to apply. We don't want him to miss his child's first walk, first steps, first day of school. We want him to have an opportunity to grow up with his father. And this child should not grow up without his father. This is a perfect example of how broken our immigration system is, such that a person who was taken out of the country by his mother when he was 7 years of age, more than 2 decades ago, cannot now return to the country when he went to the consulate in Mexico for lawful reasons, and that would be to acquire his visa so that he could gain some permanent status in the country. It is a very shameful and sinful thing, and I believe in this country. I believe that there's a way to bring Mr. Avalos home. We would like to have him home for Christmas, but if not for Christmas, we want him home as soon as we can get him here. Soon will not be soon enough because his baby misses him. Finally, I saw him interact with his child when I was there. I saw the baby trying to say, "Daddy." And when the baby did this, you could see tears welling in his eyes as he talked about his child. Let's bring him home, and I thank you for asking.